November is Transgender Awareness Month, and there are so many ways to recognize our trans family, from lighting up West Hollywood City Hall in the colors of the transgender flag, to electing trans people to public office. So, in honor of trans awareness, we'd like to share with you 5 trans heroes you need to know, starting with number 1, L Hart. In 1917, Dr. L Hart was the first documented trans person in the United States to undergo hysterectomy and gonadectomy. Although Hart's trans status initially hindered his medical career, he went on to pioneer the use of X-rays to detect tuberculosis, which at the time was the deadliest disease in the United States, thus saving thousands of American lives. Number 2, Christine Jorgensen. By the 1950s, transgender people had become more visible, most prominently Christine Jorgensen, who in 1952 became the first widely publicized person to have undergone gender reassignment surgery. Unfortunately, although trans people were visible, they weren't necessarily recognized legally. In 1959, Jorgensen was denied a marriage license when she attempted to marry a man, and her fiancé lost his job when their engagement became public knowledge. Despite this, Jorgensen established herself as a trans role model, influencing other trans people to change their names and the genders on their birth certificates. Most importantly, she posited that gender isn't a static binary, and thus one's sexuality isn't always dictated by their biology. Number 3, Marsha P Johnson. Arguably, the Stonewall riots were the most influential LGBT event of the 20th century, and trans activists were on its vanguard, including Marsha P Johnson. This lifelong activist would go on to found groups such as the Gay Liberation Front and was a prominent member of the AIDS organization ACT UP. When not crusading for the queer community, Johnson, affectionately dubbed the Mayor of Christopher Street, could be found modeling for Andy Warhol or turning it out with the gender-bending performance troupe Hot Peaches. Number 4, Alexandra Billings. In the 21st century, trans people have become increasingly more accepted within mainstream society, primarily through positive portrayals of trans characters in film and television. A prominent example is Alexandra Billings on the groundbreaking series Transparent, who shares her first-hand experience as a trans woman in the role of Davina. And with the show's lead, Jeffrey Tambor, exiting the series due to off-screen controversy, perhaps the show can focus more on Billings' Davina, a trans character played by an actual trans actress. Number 5, Dannika Rome. Earlier this month, 33-year-old Dannika Rome became the first openly trans person to be elected to the Virginia legislature, defeating Bob Marshall, a major supporter of the transphobic HB 1612, aka the bathroom bill. During the campaign, Marshall refused to participate in debates with Rome, referred to her with male pronouns, and ran vicious personal attack ads against her. Yet, when given an opportunity to badmouth her bully, Rome simply responded, quote, "I don't attack my constituents. Bob is my constituent now." Hey, leaders lead. Oh, and Bob, if it helps any, don't think of it as being beaten by a trans person. Think of it as being beaten by karma. That's on you.